Welcome back to another Pontiac video, and happy Father's Day to any of us that have lived through the pain that is children. Diesel is showing one of our derby friends how things are going. You know, kind of explaining some of the fun intricacies. And I believe it will be a short day today. They think they have the right seal for that window track that we discussed last time. Sorry there wasn't a video last weekend on the Pontiac. Just too many projects going on, and my blue truck, you know, rust is a real thing in Minnesota. So had to deal with some brake lines and some fuel lines, and then the fuel sender on my diesel. So it was always going to happen. But 15 years in Minnesota is really rough on things. So he's kind of giving her the once over on the car right now. And in a minute, I will show you what he's up to. All right. I have been called in to update the Pontiac video. I know, this is the first rain we've had in a month.
So a couple of objectives for today. We wanted to get some rubber bumpers for the fuel door, and our friends at Steele Rubber had a bunch, and we did some measurements, and we found ones that I think work.
Does the door sit flush?
Yeah, it sits nice and flush.
Although they are adjustable.
Yeah, and these were the...
Yeah, you can bend these out.
Yeah, these were nice. They had the little Christmas tree set up. Again, I was looking for, I think it was 1/2 inch, and then maybe 5/8 wide or something. So Steele Rubber hooked us up with that. The other thing that we're going to work on today is around that back window. We pulled out the weather stripping here because there's a little chewed up on the bottom, and it was preventing the window from going up well.
See previous video.
See previous video. And when I was at Steele Rubber last, they sent me home with various samples of the different weather stripping that they make, and this appeared to be closest to what was used back here in the car. So we've test fit about 1 foot of it, and this fits right in really nice because here in this track there's a lip both on the front side and the back side that these little wings hook on. And what we've seen so far is that you really have to get it in nice and straight. It's easy for it to get twisted a bit, and you don't see it until you actually start to pull it back and see how it lines up.
Boy, you should make a tool that slides on both sides.
That's what we were thinking as well. The other problem that we're starting to get after is the original weather stripping was actually cut so it could make it around that curve. And what we did is we started marking, and we're going to figure out how to get this to curve really nice. We think that we're going to have to at least trim these wings and maybe break the spine here a little bit to get it to work all the way around.
Yeah, the original...
Oh, okay, yeah, it's got some real feel.
Yeah, the original is stiffer than this and didn't have these wide wings. So they had actually cut through the whole spine.
Yeah, and just bent them over like you see on Camaro window tracks.
Yep.
Yeah, but since this is wider, we're going to start with clipping V's in here first to see before we get
Now, do you have excess?
About 1 foot.
Take 5 or 6 inches of it, whack it off, and then
See how
play
it
with
goes
the
in?
corner. Yeah, that's ShopDog's recommendation.
Yeah, we measured it. I think this came in an 8-foot roll, and I think it was, what, 7.5 foot all the way around, something like that. Yeah, we'll probably cut a little of this and play with it.
Now, have you tried rolling a window up with it yet?
Yeah, partially up, and it goes in really nice. Because of the shape of the window, it actually starts to engage kind of in here and then fits in really nice.
Perfect.
So yeah, so ultimately we want to get it up around the curb and then see how well the window goes out. Because I think we're going to have to adjust that window just a little bit.
Well, you guys were playing with it so much, but that's what, bunch of screws,
yeah,
no biggie.
You can see it's marked here, and you can see here this bottom track is up a little bit higher, so we'll drop that track. Likewise on there, and that should shift the glass like this, which is I think what.
Well, that was you guys trying to fight the old bad window. So yeah, because not having wind whistling through that sure would be nice.
And this is, I think, the last piece of weather stripping to replace. All of the window weather stripping around the windows is fine, with the exception of one, but it's really not all that bad. I wasn't going to get in to do that, but all the other weather stripping is done in the car. Yeah, so it'll be nice and quiet.
Okay, tell us what you're doing.
So we're doing a little test. We've got a little extra of this molding. So what we're trying to do in this weather strip is see if we can cut this out, if this helps it curve around. So we cut a piece off, and we're just cutting these little V's out.
Yeah, I heard the Dremel a minute ago. It must be how you cut it off.
Yeah, to see if that comes together like that. I'm suspecting we're still going to have to cut across here.
Yeah, you may have to relieve a little bit, but it probably won't be as bad.
Yeah, so we'll see. We're going to try this.
Because it does have to fit in there tight.
See if we get in there. Because that's a pretty dramatic curve in there. So we'll see. We'll play with this piece and see if it'll go in without bunching up. So,
Yeah, because if you get a bubble in there,
that
especially after you put the adhesive on.
no adhesive necessary on this. It
Well,
should
that's
fit in with
awesome.
the wings. Yeah, so that's nice. And we would pull this track out and just play with it, but guess what? You can't put it in, put the rubber in, and then put the track in because where the screws are. So you got to put the track in, then put the rubber in.
Well, you know, 3 things at a time.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
So our strategy of cutting the V's worked real well. You can take a look here. Let's get a little light on that. You can see that fits in there really nice.
Then, any chance you brought the part number for this with you?
No. No, but
You know where to find it.
I know where to find it. And in fact, I know I can look it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be in the comments.
Yeah, part number will be in the
There
comments.
you go. Perfect.
So, yeah, that's working great.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah, so we've got this marked. We're going to V this here. You can see where we've got a couple of marks. One right there and one right there.
Yeah, start and end.
V that because I thought we were going to pull this back out, and once I wrestled to get it in, I don't think it's going to work.
Well, that, if it goes in, just, you can work right there. Don't be crazy.
There you go.
All right, let's get us a little progress report. Thank God it's finally raining. It's never going to be enough, but it's something. How's that corner working out?
This is good. We ended up notching it just like we did the other side here. PC went ahead and did a little experiment on cutting this edge here. We did this test fit over here on this side so it fit really nice around the rubber
Around the
that's there.
rubber?
So we're getting ready to, to real time cut this to get it to fit. The rest of it seems to be in okay. You just have to go slow and you have to get it in there nice and even. It's easy for those wings to get caught one way or another. You just got to work it. And I found between a flathead and we had a pair of needle nose to kind of to pull it and tug it a little bit, see it like it goes in. We'll get this trimmed and then we'll do a window test.
That's the thing we're dying to see.
God, look at this. Get the camera over here. Look how nicely that fits underneath.
It looks like it belongs.
Yeah, it looks like it just fits right in there. So,
Boy, we're becoming a steel rubber ad. Okay. So, he just closed it. I heard him, so I came running over.
Oh, look at that.
Wow, you haven't even monkeyed with the window track yet, have you?
Uh-uh.
It's a little tight here,
A little tight in the top.
but I think you expected that.
Yeah.
But nothing crazy.
Uh-uh.
Wow, that fit nice. It didn't catch up.
Yeah, what we should do is just check and see. That's the first time the window's been up.
Yeah, now that it's been up, is there...
See binding? No, that looks good.
No, everything looks pretty good. Huh. Looks like you did a pretty good job.
Yay!
All right, with a little happy language. Okay, what did you just do?
So we ended up adjusting the track a little bit. We had these marked before we had pulled the track and the window out, and we put it in, we were just a little off. And we're as happy as we wanted to be with how the window came up. It actually came up a little high and then kind of pushed down. So we put it back to where we had it marked before we took it out, and you can see the marks.
Yep. Remember, taking Sharpie and drawing around them.
That's why you do it. And when you go up now, notice it's not tight here like it was.
Yeah, it's not pushing on anything.
Yep, and watch this. Boom, seals.
Yep. Back her back off a little bit. Okay, so you're looking right here. Here's the inner seal here, the outer seal here. Bring her up.
Just goes right
Yeah,
in.
no, it doesn't catch, it doesn't tear. It slides exactly like it's supposed to.
And then the other thing that we saw, once we had it all in, we looked at this weather stripping we put in a while ago, and all that seals up nice and firm and tight. So yeah, I don't think we're going to have
There's going to
any
be no wind noise. Because it's not even about water. Because the channels shed water. It's about when you're driving.
So we're going to leave this up and let all that kind of get
That hasn't
squished
been
down
up in a
little bit.
year.
Hasn't been up in a year, so we're going to leave it. Just leave it for now. So there you go. That's what we did today in the shop. Thanks for watching.